So you're on the look for your next pair of running shoes, but good golly Miss Molly, they're getting expensive as heck. How can you trust a video to deliver a promise that this pair of running shoes is going to be worth your hard-earned money? In this economy, there is nothing that makes me more frustrated than wasted money in a pair of shoes that I never use again, waiting at the door after my first couple of runs. Just reminding me, yep, you paid some good money for that, you're never using them again. The question today, is the 1080 V13 as good as they say? In this video, hopefully I can help you form your own opinion on what this shoe is like so that way you can make the right decision for you. Fresh Brew Review. Bars. Number one, I am one of those runners. If I don't like the way a shoe looks, I'm not gonna wear it. Recently, I think New Balance is doing really great this year. Sophisticated, muted colors, a little bit of flavor with some of the brighter colors that they do have, but the function and sturdiness of your dad's mowing shoes. They look reliable and they look comfortable and they look somewhat stylish. Instead of the bright, bold, flashy colors that I think Hoka just does not do very good sometimes, this looks tasteful and it also looks quality and comfortable as well without even putting it on your feet. Number two thing that I would hate about shoes and that you'll never see me review a shoe that is like this, heavy shoes. I worked outdoors in the field as a land surveyor for about a year and I wore steel toe heavy boots and it got very tiring. When I'm wearing running shoes, I do not want them to weigh me down or kind of get in the way of running. I want them to help me feel light and help me enjoy the run that I'm in. That being said, a heavy shoe on the scale will not always feel heavy based off of the way it's designed. For these 1080s, they aren't the heaviest shoes out there, they aren't the lightest shoes out there. They're nice middle ground, but for me they also pack a max cushion punch. I'll talk about this later, but the foam in these shoes compresses down, gets a little bit more solid at the bottom when all of your weight is on it, and then it does give you some force on the rebound back out. It's not as trampoline-y like Zoom X and Nike shoes, but these do have a pleasant bounce and cush and springiness to it that I think some max cushion shoes, they may feel pillowy, but they don't give you some energy back. These have a nice balance to where, yes, you get a lot of cushion, but they do also give you some spring back in your step. And they don't feel heavy weighing you down with all that cushion underneath your foot. Reason number three why I would not keep or buy or use a shoe, or you'll see a review of it on this channel, if it is a narrow shoe. I don't have the widest feet out there and I don't wear wide options, but I do have feet that are on the wider side. When I got my true to size 10 that I normally do in almost most shoe brands, these felt very comfortable. They had plenty of space up in the forefoot. My foot runs a little bit more wide in my midfoot, but these still felt very comfortable and locked in without feeling like they're smushed together. And the cushion is not so crazy bouncy back that, of course, sometimes the wider shoes, when they have crazy foam like that, they'll make it wider to have a better platform to feel more stable. This again is a nice middle ground for me where it does feel like a wide enough shoe for my wider feet, but also it doesn't feel super clunky or heavy underfoot like I was saying with option and reason number two that I don't like having heavy shoes. That being said, width is tough to talk about universally, but with these shoes under feet, they do feel wider than the Saucony Speed 3, and the Saucony Speed 3 I felt was a little bit wider than the Saucony Speed 4. If you saw some B-roll in my last video, I was wearing the Saucony Speed 4, but I returned them because they just felt too narrow for me. These felt wider than both the Saucony Speed 3 and 4, and they felt plenty comfortable, especially as somewhat of a slower recovery run everyday daily training where I'm not focused on speed. This is one hell of a comfortable shoe for walking. This is what I wear when I'm on the gym floor helping train people, or I'm walking to and from work, or if I just want to go walk and run some errands. Great shoe for it. It looks good. Looks like somewhat of a stylish, athletic dad shoe that isn't just like a pair of 990s, which is kind of got dad shoe written all over it. More of a modern take on that. One con you could say for the shoe is that it does not help me run faster. I'm not using this for speed days, so that's completely okay with me. I don't necessarily count that as a negative with this shoe, but when I'm running strides at the end of my easy runs, I can do them, but it's not like this is really helping me run faster in any like super positive way like a super shoe would or a dedicated speed trainer would. I don't think that's what this is, and so it's not like you're gonna fault it for trying to be something that it's not. Now with the drop of the shoe, I will say like It doesn't really have a pronounced rocker like I think some other shoes do. The Saucony Speed 3 and Speed 4 definitely felt more aggressive. This just feels like a very middle ground, general daily training shoe. Like, it just makes running pleasant, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not getting in your way. It's not helping you run super, super fast. It just makes running pleasant. Con number 2, it can run hot. So here in the summer, this comfortable upper really does feel like a nice sock, but it is somewhat thick compared to a lot of other running shoes out there today. Yeah, not the most breathable, but I think hot feet never stopped anyone from running. So if you do have extremely hypersensitive feet that struggle to, I don't know, stay cool, that may be something to think about, but like, I don't think that's a problem anyone would really be worrying about for runners that are looking for a good shoe. I think that's something that you can tolerate. And con number 3 is that running shoes are getting expensive. I mentioned that in the intro. This is one of the more expensive, but it also is one of the more plush, valuable daily trainers out there. I would pay full retail for the shoe again. I think it delivers on that value. If you can get it on sale, it only becomes more valuable to me. And not necessarily a pro or a con, but lastly, some of the shoe collabs that New Balance has been doing, particularly with the 1080 V13, like, they are looking sexy as hell. I'm really digging this whole kind of streetwear fashion takeover that's been coming into the running space. I'm here for it. If you're not, let me know in the comments below. Again, I mentioned, like, I like the way my shoes look, and if it looks ugly and I'm not really gonna wear it, ultimately I want shoes that help me enjoy my runs the most. If its shoe looks great, I'm gonna use it more. So hats off to New Balance. Shoe review number 2 done for the channel. As marathons in the fall come up, I am looking towards getting kind of my next race day shoe. I have used up Nike Vaporfly 2, ran my first marathon in those on a random Saturday 2 years ago. Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s, those were awesome this last year. I'm looking for a new race day shoe. So let me know if you have any recommendations in the comments down below. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bro.